Panthers threatening.
And Guertin with the lead.
It's Titans point.
No. Hey, what a great crossing pattern. I tell you, finding himself all alone up the seam was Ryan Conley.
Shot and a goal. And the Titans are on the board.
Reckler. Oh, I tell you, she's a beast.
Up and running, and look at that.
Bang. He's in there.
Shot score! You can see it all setting up.
You sure could.
North sets it up, and a killer winner.
And here comes the Donna, all lined up. It's nothing but goal there, right there.
Oh my goodness.
You'll watch it back on NHIAA TV.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to NHIAA TV's coverage of high school sports. It's tourney time.
It is.
It is tourney time, and we are here at the Bishop Guertin Caligadome, as I call it. And it'll be today. It will be the Division I girls basketball preliminary round. It is number 5, Bishop Guertin at 14-4. Against number, is it 12 seed? 12 seed Portsmouth at 9-9. And I remember when these two teams played each other in the state championship game about 5 or 6 years ago. I'm Tom King along with Rich McDonough. And Rich, this is going to be a tough prelim round, I think, for Bishop Guertin.
I think so too, and we were talking about it pregame. You know, on paper, Bishop Guertin stands tall, right? They're the 5th seed versus the 12th seed. They're on fire down the stretch. They're a high-scoring team, but you play people and not paper.
Right.
And there's a lot of scrappy stuff about Portsmouth, including the girl, Bridget Emery, who's 6 feet tall. She wears number 30. I watched her play, Tom, against Goffstown. She's got game everywhere on the court, can shoot the 3, great post work and footwork inside. They got to get her the ball, but her supporting cast has to stand up today.
Right. You think your strategy is to deny her the ball? I don't. Bishop Guertin can do that. Now, Bishop Guertin may deny everybody the ball because what they did, I think, this year better than they did last year was play the press and run.
Yes, they do.
And that really worked this year. It was much better done, much better than it was done last year when they had this Portsmouth record at 9-9 and ended up losing to Salem in the first round of the tournament. They don't want to go out in that first round here.
No.
They got that home game, and that's what they want, and that's what they got. However, if they win this, we don't want to look too far ahead, but if they win this, I thought for sure it would set up a home game against Concord Christian, who's also playing tonight in their prelim. And BG beat Concord Christian 14-4, same record by 2 points. But BG got a worse rating, a lower rating than Concord Christian because they didn't get the full points, Division I points for beating Mercy High School here about a month ago because Mercy's got a low enrollment, considered a Division II school by the NHIAA.
Well, also the Wachusett game, but
that was a loss.
That was a loss, but
yeah.
It's the blessing and the curse of playing out of NHIAA
out of state,
conference
right?
and
Exactly.
out of state.
Right.
Yeah. So
and it happened to them a couple of years ago too. They had to go elsewhere. Actually, they've had to go elsewhere before with lower seeds because of what I call the mercy rule.
There you go.
There it is.
Well,
so tonight, I think that this team, I pointed out a couple of players, but it's hard to really key on one player with Guertin, but they love the 3-pointer. Holly Dufo, her father, Aaron Dufo, I covered him in National South and at Riviera University. Never met a 3-pointer he didn't like, and Holly is almost the same way.
Well, my guess is that his brother is Ben Defoe's dad, who's now playing lacrosse at Bryant after being at HB for years.
It is. Pause for the national anthem.
Couple of internet problems there.
They use the recording on a phone, right? So it's a little. It's not the first time that's happened.
More fits and starts than Francis Scott Key had at the beginning.
Right, exactly. It's not the first time that's happened, not only here, but in other spots this year as well as I've seen.
Well, I tell you, Tom, you get to see this.
That's why one of us ought to sing it.
You get to see this all the time. Oh, we're going to do it again?
No, I hope not.
But you get to see this team a lot more than most people. They have evolved, Bishop Guertin under Coach Orlando over the last over year. I mean, they were kind of a mediocre scoring team. Last year, this year they outscored their opponents 1,024 to 681. They had stingy defense last year, same thing, and that's Coach's philosophy. But last year, they've added 200 points to their tally versus last season.
Right, and that's the thing is because of the press and run and the three-pointer. They are better at both this year, and it has really, really helped them in the way they played. And they, other than watching, they have not lost to an in-state team since early January.
Yeah, they've won 6 in a row coming in, and 11 in the last 12. Pretty impressive.
But the only loss is to Wachusett.
That Wachusett game, exactly. All right, off we go. Clippers win the tip. They're trimmed out in burgundy and gold, my old favorite color as a Washington football guy. And that's the go-to player inside, 6-foot Bridget Emery. She misses from 3. Down come the fast-running Bishop Guertin Cardinals. I tell you what, Portsmouth, whatever you say, you don't want to get in a track meet with this team. Not here at the Dome.
Jazz Rosario, the point guard. That's Holly Dufo, I believe.
Boom.
No, it's not.
She is a driveway rat.
That is a three-pointer by Caden Ryu.
8-minute quarters in girls and boys high school basketball.
And no shot clock.
And no shot clock. All right, Emery can't get that one down, but coming down with it is Drapeau.
Thalia Drapeau, who in my mind is a key. If she has a good game inside, Guertin thrives.
Right, she's 5'10", so she offers up Emery some inside size and pressure. And I watch her footwork, very good as well. All right, Laura Marino looks to check, nothing doing outside.
That's just it. You've got a lot of players on this team that can put the ball in the basket.
Well,
there's one of them right there in Jazz Rosario.
And they're good ball handlers and good footwork, which means you can get your bigs outside and open up the lane.
Dufo's going to look for 3. She's going to have one, and she's got it.
Boom. Well, that's tough. When you get that inside-out game and then kick it around the perimeter, they're very good at breaking the press, Portsmouth. I watched that. Ball barely hits the ground, they get it up the floor. Good job. All right, here comes Emery taking it to her left and back to the right. Nice drive and a good recognition by Emery.
I'm surprised that, watching Drapeau. Drapeau's underneath. I don't know if I'd have Drapeau do a one-on-one with Emery and then have the rest of them play a zone.
And she moves like somebody who's about half a foot shorter. She's very athletic. Boom, nothing. Missing everything but the back rim was Holly Dufo, 5'6" sophomore guard. A lot of sophomores on the floor tonight.
Well, that's just it. This team's got future so bright.
Huge.
That's off, I think.
They're swinging the ball beautifully, Tom.
3 3-pointers.
Well, they ruled one was a deuce.
One of them was a deuce. I think that was that one.
Yeah, I think it was Dufo's earlier shot was ruled a 2. 8-2, 5:28 on the clock in the first. A good start for the Cardinals. Emery can't get that one to sink. Great effort by Drapeau.
Rosario's all alone underneath.
And Jazz Rosario, she runs the floor beautifully, Tom. Number 24 for Coach Orlando, assisted by Brad Rhodes. On the other side, a guy you're familiar with is Tim Hopley, running the bench for the Clippers.
Tim Hopley sat and froze at a couple of soccer games many moons ago together as he was a sports writer for the Portsmouth Herald.
Now, not a high-scoring team are the Clippers, so you don't want to get behind too early. And Rosario drains the first of her 2 of her shooting foul there. That makes it 9-2. The Clippers only have cracked 50 3 times this season, Tom. So they want to keep it close. Don't get in that track meet. Not so fast, though. It's
not
already
easy
10-2.
to do. Not easy to do, and they're going to call time with
good
a 10-2 lead for Guertin.
That is not the identity with which you want to start if
Right.
you're,
Look at this.
Coach
Here's
Hopley.
the three-pointer, and yeah, they called a 3 on that one. That was Rio's second three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, so it was Dufault. We thought she had a 3. I think she
Boy, it
thought
sure
she had
looked
a 3.
like. Yeah, I thought she did too.
She had her arms up. All right.
10-2 start. Let's see, we might get a look at that one too. Yeah, she's from the corner and she hit it, but the foot must have hit the line. So Dylan Smith on camera at center court.
There we go,
Pete
our
Johnson, our executive producer. Dan O'Neill back at the, not O'Neill, what's Dan's last name? What's Dan's last
Tim.
name? No, that's right.
buddy. Tom, are we having some senior moments
Yes,
here?
we are. Yep. Sorry, Dan.
Lots of 6s in the production crew and audio crew here
Too many
today.
people to keep track of.
That's
these
all
days.
right. Dylan Smith will
Dan Young,
lead the
Dan
youth.
Young back at the studio doing replay. What
All
is
right.
Tim O'Neill doing today? Is he sloughing off again?
He's over at the compound. All right, 5:15 on the clock. That nice all-court pressure here by the white trimmed
There it is.
Bishop
You
Guertin.
called
That was
it.
a good deflection right there.
You called it, that pressure.
Lots of long arms. That's a foul. That'll probably go against.
It should go in the act of shooting. She should be going to the line. Let's see if they call it that.
Well, they're
yes,
already in
they
the
did.
blocks.
They
Yeah,
called
that
it a
was Ella
two-shot
Fletcher.
foul. So Dufo will be at the line.
Ella Fletcher's first is a shooting foul, and as Tom King said, Holly Dufault is going to the line. 5'6" sophomore guard. Smooth. When you're a smooth shooter, you're just a smooth shooter. We saw that on her long bomb, almost 3 a few minutes ago.
Now, I always say, when you don't see a team
And I jinxed her.
yeah, you did. When you don't see a team during the season, it favors the underdog.
Right.
Because they have no fear. They have, no fear. If they lost to you the first time, they don't have any fear. If they beat you the first time, then they're, not overconfident.
I was watching Portsmouth. They play the perimeter real well. There's Emery. She dishes it off. And good drive to the basket right there by Sid Pettis. Can't get that one to drop. She averages 4.3. The role players around Emery, Tom, for the Clippers, they have to show up tonight.
They have to score, and they're not. And they're getting good looks. They've gotten good looks at the basket. They just haven't put the ball in.
Consequently, it remains 11-2. Bishop Guertin looking to control. Rosario dishes off. They kicked the ball out so well.
Oh, big rebound. That was Drapo in there? No, it wasn't.
And that's Pettis coming down with it. I was watching Portsmouth. They're very tough. They're very tough, but they're getting outplayed right now. Yeah, they drive the key, and then they dish it off. Oh, that was everything but the drop. And the big, tall Emery comes down, and she draws a foul. I believe that's going to be on Dufault. That'll be her first. And again, for the folks who are relatively new to high school basketball, we have relatively new rules. You have the bonus occurs when you get 5 fouls in any given quarter, and then they wipe it out for the following quarter.
5 fouls, and you go to the 5 team fouls.
Team fouls, correct.
And you go to the line, okay? And that's how that works. Now, what they also need to know is there is no 1-and-1 anymore. It's all 2 shots.
And Emery, I watched her shoot a few. She's good. Smooth. That'll be her 3rd point of the night. Looking to add 4. That'll make it 11-4. We are under 4 minutes.
Other games tonight, from a Nashua standpoint, the 2 Nashua public school teams, Nashua South at Londonderry and Nashua North at Wyndham. Those are 2 tough games.
Very tough.
Yeah. 3 seed and a 2 seed. And Londonderry, to me, is the only challenger to Bedford's crown in my mind right now.
Boy, Bedford is a juggernaut right now.
Yeah, they are. And
Yep, stepping on the line there.
Yeah.
That was a good weave, good perimeter play, swinging it around with some with alacrity, but Dufault got that back heel.
I don't like the corner weave. You put yourself in a corner, there's no room to move.
Ooh, great rotation, double rotation,
And a
good
steal.
hands. Great hands right there by
Look at that
Maggie
steal.
Gallagher.
Look at that. She's going to go all the way in.
And she couldn't get squared up because the trailing Emery at her 6-foot-tall height and those long
But
arms.
Gallagher just ripped it away from her.
Yeah.
You can't let that happen if you're Portsmouth.
Well, what?
She tried to steal it, didn't get it, didn't get her hands on it, then just ripped it away.
BG is rotating beautifully into passing lanes right now. There are no skip lanes with that suffocating D. They are very stingy. Portsmouth is too, but this is what the bread and butter for BG is. They deny. Nice. What an entry pass. Oh,
Drapo.
And Drapo couldn't get that one down, but they ought to run that play again.
Yep.
Ingram looks to set up shop, and she runs the lane. And there is Emery rotating over. Oh, almost losing the ball there was Fletcher. And look, you see you got 2 or 3 Bishop Guertin Cardinals around anybody with the ball in a hurry.
But one thing Portsmouth's done that's worked for them is they've gotten the ball down court. They've avoided the pressure.
Well, they're very good at breaking pressure. I saw them do that earlier in the year. They're very well schooled in that department.
Gallagher gets a little feisty, and she tries to go for the steal and gets called for the foul.
Well, she's a tough kid. Relentless. What's mind-boggling, Tom, is everybody's back for the Cardinals next season.
And one senior gone.
Yeah.
One senior.
All right, we're winding down. It's 2:15, a fast-moving first quarter here at the Dome. Bishop Guertin Cardinals, again, Rich McDonough here along with Tom King. And our
there's jump ball
director,
waiting to
Pete
happen.
Johnson.
And it's going to be Guertin ball, I believe. Can see the arrow from here.
Zebra's figuring things out. Got a little bit of a substitution. Taking a seat is Drapo. Coming into the game for her is Laura Marino, 5'10", and yet another sophomore. And even at 5'10" and just a kid,
depth.
I've seen her. She's got a good 3-ball.
This team's got depth.
So there's good classic pick and roll. Marino, whoa, look at that.
Again,
IQ.
Don't go to the corner if you can avoid it. Unless you're going to have somebody open for a shot. There's a foul on the floor by the Clippers. Is it? No, offensive foul.
Wow. Maddie Long was on their program as wearing number 2, but she is wearing 14, and she just got the foul.
Ball was tipped. Ooh,
Yep.
They got away with that. That ball was tipped.
Hey, sometimes better be lucky than good. $1:37 in the quarter. We got timeout
Good
here.
timeout. I believe it's Guertin's timeout. They've been stagnant offensively. They are jumped out to an 11-2 lead. You got 1:37 left in the quarter. There's the steal right there by Gallagher. She just ripped it away. Just couldn't get the layup. But that's Guertin's game. Steal, layup, and three-pointer. There's very rarely a two-point shot taken unless it's a layup.
But she
by
heard
this
those
team.
footsteps with Emery, who gives chase about as well as anybody. I mean, every stride of hers is worth 2 of most people's.
No, it's the first day back from school vacation week.
Not anymore.
Not for you
Empty
anymore.
nester.
Not for you anymore. No trips to Tahiti. No Curacao. No Aruba. No Antigua. No.
Well, I got one kid in Florida this week and one kid going to Florida next week. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Mike McDonough teaming up with Cody Szymanski to go to Florida together. 1:37 on the clock, 11-4 on the scoreboard here at Bishop Guertin in this first round playoff game. Cardinals have been in command, but as Tom King just said, they've kind of had a lull for the last couple minutes.
Well, may end right there with that shot. It does.
So reliable. Holly Dufo from 3, splash 1.
14-4. Dufo with 5 points.
I believe that's our first double-digit lead of the game. Great find inside. Emery comes down with it, and look how much attention she draws. Immediately coming down with it in traffic is Gallagher. As big and tall as she is, she runs the floor beautifully.
Guertin was looking.
That's good hands by Emery.
Guertin was looking. Emery was looking to take the. Guertin was looking to take the 3. They didn't do it, and the pass goes out of bounds. It was tipped.
Well, Long made the
tipped.
right read, and it was just rotating good defense. Looked like it was Pataki who got her hands on it as she rotated back to the key.
Let's see if Guertin can get anybody to attack the basket on a bounce pass or an inbounds pass for a quick 2. They've done that a lot this year. Let's see if there's a play on.
That's a good pick out top side, frees up Dufo.
Dufo gets disrupted. She's going to try to back in, nowhere to go.
Pettis is a good defender. 39 ticks on the
wide
clock.
open
Great find
underneath.
inside. Long kicks it out wisely as she was blanketed immediately. And we hit 30
Actually,
seconds.
she was too far underneath the basket. That's what the problem was. She was wide open.
Long launches it. Long with a long ball. Can't do
look
it.
at that.
That's a great fight by Marino. And it goes against the Cardinals, going back to the burgundy-clad Clippers.
Guertin had 3 good looks. And unfortunately, getting the ball underneath was Long, but she was too far underneath the basket.
I like the way they flex from full court into three-quarter court pressure.
Yep.
You can't plan on what they're going to do. Great move over by Long. Get a piece of that as that pass was headed for Jolie Robichaud.
Could have gotten called for a foul in the
Yeah, it was some physicality, but hey, it's a physical game, let's face it.
They're going to let a lot of that go. It's always a physical game on this floor. It's so small. There's nowhere to escape. Look at Emery.
Fletcher puts it in. Beautiful entry pass. That one is probably off the mitts of Robichaud.
Yep.
And we get
that was the
body
buzzer anyway.
left and right. Yeah. They'll take a 1 minute break. What do you think, Tom?
End of the first quarter, everybody. 14-4. We can stay here. It's 56 seconds left. 14-4 again. We told you the schedule tonight is Nashua South at Londonderry, and Alvern is at Salem, and North is at Wyndham. Of those 3, I think South will have the most difficult time. Londonderry only lost to Bedford by, I think, 6 points the last time they met. So we got
we got an early score.
That's Alvern Salem, I believe, right?
Yep, it's Salem's up 14-3 with 50 seconds left
That's
in the first.
not good. You're on the road and you're down 14-3. Portsmouth can commiserate. They're on the road and they're down 14-4 here at the end of one quarter.
Tom is, in addition to being the TKpedia, he's a human Venn diagram creator, finding common scores.
I just can't remember names.
In remote places. That's all right. That's why I'm here.
That's right. Exactly.
When you start calling me Mark Millen or something like that, I'll know you're in trouble, Tom. Yeah. Nevertheless, it is Rich McDonough and Tom King here. Second quarter coming.
One thing's for sure, I won't be calling you John. So when John's not here, I make note of it and I thrive on it. No,
I'm better looking than he is anyway.
That's exactly. Just
all
kidding.
right, here we go.
John's on another junket, another warm weather junket. He always picks tournament week to go on.
Well, lucky
Never
us.
fails.
Lucky
Never
us.
fails.
We get to get together then.
That's
14-4 for the hosting Cardinals right here. Fresh 8 minutes for the fresh second quarter in this first round playoff game. Again, as Tom King said, winner gets to hike it up to Concord Christian. I called the game with them earlier in the year. They're very well coached. Portsmouth with a good, deliberate offensive set right here. But there's that harassing defense.
Emery, that was the right idea to go underneath, but Marino sniffed it out.
Coach Orlando has this rotation for the defense just so well drilled. It's really fun to watch. That's a great take by the lefty, Gallagher.
Foul, and I think I just saw Ricky Deschard hold up 2 fingers. He may give her the benefit of the doubt and have her go to the line, and he is. Let's see that if we can. I'll just, see if how much in the act she was.
Fouls on Addie Lane. That's her first. And Gallagher drops that one. That's her first point of the game. Almost had that breakaway layup. Nothing doing, but misses the second.
Guertin could be up about 18-4.
They
right
could
now,
be. They could be. Just a couple of missed opportunities.
Yeah.
But here we go. Look at that ferocious. This time they go to half court D. And there goes Emery. Can't make it. Front rims that one.
Just not happening for her. They let her alone outside. She's trying to feed people inside. She's trying to go inside where she automatically gets triple teamed. It's just been a tough night for her so far.
And Tom, I had no confirmation. That's a good launch, but unable to come up with that as Ryu comes down finally. Great job by Gallagher getting nasty to the floor and picking that ball up. 6:40 on the clock. 15-4 for the Cardinals on the scoreboard. Dufault looks to create. Good skip pass all the way across the top of the arc. And they're going to set something up from the weak side here, I think. Oh, Marino, she's got that good-looking shot. Can't find anything but the back of the tin.
Portsmouth not able to get the offensive glass working.
Ooh, that was nothing but air
Yeah,
until it hit
shot.
the edge of the backboard.
You know
there.
what? I'd take a chance. If you're cold from three-point range, start going to the hoop. You'll be wide open after that.
That was a physical pick there by Emery at the top, and then she drops
she
down.
does all those things. She's a complete player, and she'll do very well in college. Look at that steal.
That's a great steal right there by Dufault. And then with that stutter step, draws the block. That's just IQ right there.
Drew the block, but you know the one thing I didn't like was her hand was out. She's lucky she didn't get called for that.
And she almost carried it.
Yep.
Kind of student body substitutions right there as Rosario checks back in, along with Ayla Reagan, her first trip to the floor, and Drapeau comes back in.
Guertin's offense just needs a little bit more spark. They've held deep down defensively very well, and their offense hasn't benefited from it.
Oh, Marino with a nice soft touch, can't get that one to drop, but that was the right play, good take. Here come the Clippers looking to create something. I think they need something here on this trip.
I think they do too.
Yeah,
They're not going to get it.
They didn't need the steal, and right off the bench comes Reagan,
Steal
and she
another
draws
foul.
contact.
They're fouling early in this quarter. Sooner or later, there's 5:30 left in the half. You get another couple minutes with a couple more fouls, they'll go to the line.
Well, and that was Lane. She had just come in, and she's picked up 2 in a minute and a half. And inbounding for the Cardinals is Ayla Reagan, who just came back in herself. Rosario looks to quarterback up top and says the lane's wide open, and a nice kick out right there. Hitting the top of the backboard, that's legal.
That's legal, that's right. See, Guertin's off in their shooting. Their three-point shooting's off. That's why I say go to the hole. There you go, right there.
That's a great two-woman game right there. Good job.
Everything's off offensively. They can't buy a basket.
Yeah, they've only scored 6 points in the last 8 minutes of play. Oh, that's a good dump down.
And see, eventually, you're going to pay for that,
now,
right? 15-6.
I had Pettis noted as an excellent shooter. She's averaging 4.3 a game. She's got that's her first 2 of the game, but she's got to have more than that.
They leave her alone, she'll have more than that.
Yeah.
Look at that 3. That's one of the reasons why. Portsmouth interior defense.
Oh, you got to call that bank shot.
Oh, man.
I tell you,
timeout, Portsmouth.
One of the things I noticed, Tom, is Ayla Reagan there, the 5'7" senior, the lone senior, who just hit that 3. She was averaging 3 all season, but down the stretch, the last 5 games, she doubled her scoring
exactly.
output.
I saw that too. And the thing
That's
is,
important.
she was wide open on that 3, and she's not shy. They are not shy about taking the three-pointer.
Oh, not at all. No,
not at all. They will. And in fact, and you could see why they weren't trying to penetrate as much, because once, for example, a player like Drapeau or even Reagan earlier would get the ball down low and she'd be triple teamed.
Right.
And, when that happens, kick it out and get the hoop,
Well, I'll tell you what, we were just about to talk about it. I didn't have any confirmation from Coach Orlando for the Cardinals if they were just going to clog up the zone once number 30 Emery got the ball, but it's exactly how it's played out. She's been denied the game inside.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm Coach Orlando, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you. I'm not giving away anything.
See, this is Portsmouth. They're very good at the diagonal passing to break a press. Good job.
I would go with the line, we'll do whatever's best for the team.
Yeah. Well, that's a great attitude.
Yep.
All right. Ferocious defense, swarming defense by the Cardinals.
They're forcing him out. And his body's hitting all over the place.
And Emery gets doubled again, and this time she draws a contact foul on the way to the
and
bucket.
that's what she needs to do. She needs to take the ball to the hole. And if she can do that, she'll get maybe a foul called, or maybe something else will happen. Take the ball to the hoop.
And that was Marino's first foul. It's a shooting foul, so the 6-foot senior will head to the line for 2. She's got 4 already. And there's that smooth shot we were talking about.
See, this is what I hate about the new high school basketball. You can hear a pin drop.
Oh.
When the visiting team is taking free throws. You got to be loud. You got to yell. You got to scream.
Too polite, right?
Yeah, too polite. 18-8.
All right, well, that's her 6th of the game. And
she's got 6, she's got 6 points.
She came in averaging 14 a game.
Look at Reagan with
That's
the
a
move.
great take.
Oh my
What
God.
a great take.
She dribbled through 2 defenders. And here comes the press. See, we haven't seen the press. Why?
Oh, and
there haven't been a lot of made baskets.
Look at the long arms. Marino dishes it off inside, unable to convert is Caden Ryu. But draws some contact.
You know
but
what
that'll stay
Ryu
on the
did in
baseline
that?
going back to
She
Portsmouth.
did wrong when she just threw the ball up. Here's the pass right there. Okay, she's open, and that's Reagan's layup. What a great move that she made.
Well, that's lots of ball in the driveway right there. That's a good pick and a good switch by the Cardinals. And down to the Jazz
Here's
Rosario.
Reagan.
Great
Reagan's
hustle.
not. She's going all the way. Nope, she's going to bounce past to Drapo and foul.
Yeah. Good job there by trailing Drapo. Good vision by Rosario from the floor. Beautiful break. And
The pressure is the same. It is the same as we've been used to in Guertin teams past. Now this is when you need the pin drop. As
Yeah,
she
right.
lines up.
Drapo
As she
can-
lines up the putt here on the green.
you know what? Drapo missed that first one. She didn't look like she was in good rhythm. Take a couple extra dribbles, take a breath,
Bend your knees and follow through towards the basket.
square yourself up.
There she
There
does,
you
and
go.
there it is.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, that'll be her first tally of the game. 28-1 to 8 at 3:15 left in the half.
Another steal, and another steal by Guertin.
Suffocating defense. Oh, that one misses everything. But there's no conscience. They'll just go right back and play ball. Marino, boom!
Oh, boy! Wow!
Love seeing that out of a 5'10 sophomore with those long arms, and she blocks another pass. This time it gets to Emery. She goes down. She gonna dunk it?
Nope, she's going
You
to
know
lose it.
Great feet by Drapo. She didn't get yips. She didn't get happy feet. She kept square to the ball, and Emery ran out of room and ran out of ideas at that point. Excellent
It was 15
defense.
to 6, and now all of a sudden it's 24 to 8.
That was a great timeout earlier.
13 to 2 run by the Cardinals.
Rosario dumps it off to
All right, 13.
spin. They got
I'm
a
sorry.
little bit of a spaghetti weave out top.
9
and
to
here
2
comes Drapo. Can't do that one. And coming down in traffic with the ball is Pettis. Well, I felt like that was going up, and it is. And it back
It's going to go in.
Maybe it's going to settle.
No!
Almost did.
How did that not go in?
Holy cow.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a great
Look at
diagonal
that bounce pass.
And look at the kick out by Rosario. Boom. Boom. That's just phenomenal offense right there, TK. 27 to 8. And there again, I don't know why they've got to bring somebody back below where Marino is and redirect the ball and start working the other side of the court and looking for a diagonal
The
pass.
smart play by Rosario, the vision. She knew she was too far in for a layup off balance, so no layup for her. She said, let me find somebody open, and she automatically throws it out to Marino.
Well, at the end of one, Tom, from the road, we got Wyndham up over North, 13 to 4.
Boy,
and a
not
nice
good,
rebound
Not
there.
a good night for the area, except for here.
Except for here. I tell you,
Oh,
Drapo,
Rosario's got a clean look.
That's
She
an
didn't
ankle
take it.
breaker, and I feel bad.
Oh,
Emery is
man.
hurting.
Boy, Reagan in her final game here, likely her final game at the Caligula Dome, and she nails it.
I tell you what, she already has 11 points with a girl who's averaging 3 on the season, but like we just discussed, she doubled it down the stretch.
Yeah, but
senior doing what
And the
seniors
thing
need to
is,
do.
she's a senior. It's her last game here. Probably if Concord Christian wins tonight, she's going out in style.
Wow, they could beat Concord Christian.
Well,
But then I guess
they
the
could beat 'em.
semis are.
But the semis are going to be at Pinkerton. No, not at Pinkerton.
I
They're
knew
going to be
it.
at Exeter.
Exeter, yes. 30 to 28. It was 9-4 at one point, I believe. So make it a 21 to 4 run for the Cardinals. $1:20 on the clock here in the first half. Well, I'm glad Emery's healthy, but look at the swarming D. She's so frustrated running down the court. Long ball finds its way to Reagan, and she kicks it out. No hurry for the Cardinals, just run some good offense. Ooh, that's a tough call.
Well, she did the smart thing. She knew she was going to be covered. She goes to the hoop.
And Robichaud is an aggressive defender and rebounder, as we've already said, during the course of this first half. And she drew that foul right there, and that'll send the 5/8 off to the line. Again, she rushed that first one. Nothing doing. She's 1 for 3 from the stripe. But
they are beating them on the boards as well. It is not close.
No. It may be a 3-to-1 disparity. Rosario handling it with that good left hand. Gets around the hip, puts it up. That's a good shot and a good take. Portsmouth comes down with it.
No, they don't, not yet.
The relentless Cards, suffocating
ball, and
D.
it's going to be their ball. If you have the ball, we want it, and they grab it.
They held their opponents season long, Tom, to 39 per game, and we're looking at 8 points in the first half. That would be a good quarter defensively.
Oh, nice spin move.
That's a great ball.
What a spin move by Gallagher. What a great move.
She doesn't need to get to the line, just get down the
Exactly.
key. Yeah, good. That's going to be a foul on the hard-charging Reagan. That's only her first, though, with her excellent first half so far. Again, she's got 11. That's just the second team foul of this quarter for the Cardinals. Playing a pretty darn clean game, Tom.
They are.
For a physical team. And watching the rotations, it's really a nice, it's a thing of beauty. Oh, that's a good fake pick and a roll in.
And a steal.
And then a good steal by Reagan.
And an
Rosario,
assist.
whoa,
No.
can't get the drop. Gallagher with the foul, unable to get the deuce, but that'll close us out. A high-flying Cardinal nest is out 32-8. They've quadrupled them in the first half, Tom King.
It is not a close game, as Rich McDonough said here at the Caligula. 32-8, Guertin leads. We are at halftime. We will take a break, and we'll be back with the second half right after this.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And welcome back to the Caligula here at the campus of Bishop Guertin High School. I'm Tom King, along with Rich McDonough. McDonough's your last name, right? I've got to check.
Yes, it's still McDonough.
Dan Young back in the studio doing replays. Dylan Smith, who I just almost called Dylan O'Neill, is on camera. It's one of those days, Dylan. And Pete Johnson, our executive producer. And John, what's his name, is on vacation. He's not here, so.
That's name soup right there, Tom.
Yeah, there we go. It's 32-8 in favor of Bishop Guertin over Portsmouth, and to no surprise, the Clippers, coached by Tim Hopley, who is one of the winningest coaches in New Hampshire in both girls basketball and baseball. And they're just coming up now from downstairs.
A lot to talk about for sure.
That is for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot to talk about was Ayla Reagan's first half off the bench. Like we said a few times, she's averaging around 3 all season, 11, Tom, in that first half.
11 points, and she'll come off the bench again, and she is on the bench right now to start the second half.
I saw her hitting 3 after 3 after 3 at the halftime warm-up when they came back out on the court. And she just looks locked and loaded, senior, the lone senior, as you said, Tom.
Guertin in the white uniforms with the green trim, and Portsmouth in the burgundy uniforms with the gold trim. And take it away, Rich McDonough, as we start the second half.
Well, inbounding is Andrea Ingram, 5'7" senior. Portsmouth's got to have a stop with the empty trips. They've had many, many empty trips. Their all-star Bridget Emery only had 6 points, and they were hard earned.
8 points in 16 minutes of basketball.
Play, yeah. They've got to rebound. Yes, they do.
And block.
I tell you, my unsung hero in the first half there, Tom, was Laura Marino. Yeah, she had a 3-ball, but how many times did she deflect the ball in that full court press?
True.
Over and again.
True.
And here's her counterpart, back retreat 3, and she runs that ball down in 30 on 30 right there.
Here we
and
go.
Marino gets the better of that. That's a good outlet pass, and thinking better of it was Ryu.
I thought Ryu was going to take it all the way to the hoop.
But she runs point here. Here comes Jazz Rosario, good retreat. And that's a great dump back inside, but recognizing she was pinned too far underneath was Marino.
Marino could not get the handle on the ball, it seemed.
And by the time she did, she was directly under the rim.
Right under the rim.
But look, great IQ. Recognize, don't try to force it, kick it out. Better we have it than they have it. Long pass across the top of the arc there. 1 minute gone here, it's still 32-8.
Trying to work the ball inside. You can tell they're trying to see if they can get the ball inside.
Well, you got a 6-footer inside for the Clippers, and you know that's a formidable presence.
Yep.
That's a good hard run there, but that's going to be a foul taken there by Pataki.
Yeah. On the body, on the loose ball.
That's her first, but you know, she went to the ball aggressively, and that's what they're going to have to do right now, Tom.
I thought they could call that either way.
They could have. All right, stays with the Cardinals nevertheless. We're at 6:40 in the third. Almost a double dribble right there. Ryu, she recognized it, almost a carry right there. All right, swing it out to Rosario. She trades places and goes to the top of the key. Dishes it off back to Ryu, who's looking to create. She's averaging 8.2 as Ryu, and almost 10 points down the stretch in the last 6. Oh, that's a good take. What a head fake by Ryu. Can't do it, and Emery comes back with the rebound.
Emery alone for the rebound, right? No one there.
That was a good pick and roll. It was there. They could have had an entry pass to Emery.
A lot of time to have the ball without coming away with anything.
Great footwork there by Drapo.
Ooh, look at that swipe by Dufo.
Yeah. Going to the wing, front rim, nothing but iron. And that'll stay with the Clips. 5:48, we've dipped under the 6-minute mark here in the third period. No scores so far in the third period, but it's 32-8. A dominating performance by the Cardinals, and also not, you know, just a kind of a disappointing performance. But there is the smooth shot.
There's Emery.
And she is more than capable of making that all day long, but she'd prefer to get to the paint. Or here at the Caligo Dome, there is no paint. And here comes that patient offense. Get down, get up, move it around, swing the ball. If it's not there, reset. Just poised defense by offense by a very young team. That's good hands right there by Ingram, but it stays with the Cards. And they've already taken 40 seconds off the clock on this one possession.
Still have no points, though, for the half, for the start of the second half here in the third quarter.
Stingy D for the Cards.
I think Rosario's about ready
to try to... That's a good take, and staying with her shot and recognizing, but rotating over to pick that one off is Pettis. And she had the ball. She dishes it out to Emery. And the Cardinals are really keeping the action far away from the bucket. Pretty good take there by Ingram. Can't get the drop.
Got to start to run. They got to get that running game going again.
Yeah, that was why they were so successful. Particularly there.
They ran down the floor, got Marino in the corner, bang. 35-10.
On the strength of 2 threes, she's got 6 on the night so far. Oh, and not on the same page were Emery and the cutting Pataki. Emery thought she was going to stay corner, and she was dishing it out to there. Yet another unforced turnover, Tom.
Unforced turnover,
you mentioned over and again.
The timeout is taken by Guertin, 35-10. 25-point lead, but those can disappear with the 3-ball in a hurry if you're not careful.
Right on. Well, one of the things we said pre-game, Tom, was it's your home court, play like you own it, and they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. All kinds of action in Division I girls basketball tonight. Boys too, I believe, right?
No, boys go
Wednesday.
Division II is tomorrow for the boys. And then Wednesday, they throw everybody together. They throw hockey prelims, but we don't have everybody in the area for those. And they have D1 boys. We will have South against Merrimack in a rematch of a prelim that was a couple of years ago. And we will have that for you on ETV on Wednesday night from the Belanger Gym. Then after that, who knows?
Well, I'll tell you, go ahead.
Oh, we will have Guertin here.
Oh,
Rich
yeah.
is doing that, and I'm over at the Belanger. All right,
I'll be back here at the Dome on Wednesday at 6:30 is the tip-off.
All right.
Cards are hosting, and it'll be in HD on our HD channel. All right, but here we are at 4:20 in the third period. Cardinals in command at 35-10. Only scored the 3 on Marino's long ball just before we had that timeout. That's good bracketing, trapping defense right there. It was tipped out. Yeah.
They got a break.
Well, you make your own luck, they say, right? And coming in, you got big-time substitutions.
You're going to see things change. I think Marino just comes in the game. The way she played in that first half, my guess is she'll want to go out a winner in the second half.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, Portsmouth was in the semis last year. They lost to Bedford. They were crushed by Bedford. That happens a lot. But, you know, they had some seriously good all-state players in Romps, Montplaisir, and McCannell. They're all gone. They're graduated. But you got to give Coach, Hopley, a lot of credit for getting this team back into the tourney. It's a credit to good coaching. And front rimming it on the long ball right there is Reagan. She led the team with 11 in the first. Can't get that drop early on. Great hands right there. Long. Good footwork leads to good hands and very quick. Very, very quick. 3:21 on the game clock here in the third. 35-10. Cards continue to lead. 25-point spread right now. Pettis with the ball. Excellent shooter, but she's been denied opportunity after opportunity tonight. Launching up the long ball is Fletcher. Front rims it. Back to the Cards, and here comes Long looking to set up shop.
Yeah, they wanted to get Dufo on the break, but no one saw her. She was wide open.
And whenever the Clippers press out, the Cards just swing the ball. Kind of a flailing attempt right there. Here comes Marino, hustling as she has been doing all night long. Goes to the deck.
She's around, things happen.
And jump ball sticks with the Clips.
She's able to get rebound. No, it's going to be BG's ball.
BG.
Reagan ties her shoe, and now she's
And I'll
ready
tell
to
you,
go.
the Clippers are sucking tubes. They are gassed, Tom. If there's any kind of run in them, it's going to be very difficult with the fatigue factor. And I think they're gassing up. They're not able to press out right now. They're giving everybody a 3-foot cushion minimum. Oh, I'll tell you what, Reagan thought she had that one.
She did.
She was raising her arms as she walked away.
Back rimmed it.
It was the shoelaces. They were untied.
Yeah. Back rimmed it. Yeah, she's had trouble with that. They've been untied because she had to tie them a couple times.
Got to do double knot. 2:35 in the clock here in the third. It remains 35-10. And again, if the Cardinals continue to take care of business, they get a trip, likely, unless there's some kind of cataclysmic upset.
Wide open shot.
Finally, getting herself untracked. She averages almost 5 a game, does Ingram. Finally gets herself on the board. That's her first of the night. It's a 2, and that makes it 35-12.
Boom.
Marino. 3 ball, 3 times, 9 points. And we are under 2 minutes, folks, in the third. 38-12. The Cardinals looking to hold serve, doing exactly what they came out to do on home turf, home court. That's a good rotation over, but
foul called on that.
That was proper call. That was on Gallagher. What she did, she rotated over exactly where she needed to be for help, but she leaned her hands forward instead of going straight up. She had the size advantage. Just go straight up D, and I bet you that's what Coach Orlando is telling her right now. In fact, she's raising her arms and showing her exactly what to do. Going to the line after that shooting foul is Pataki. That's her first point of the game, and she usually averages 6. Tom, we had said it. Yeah, you got your stud player in Emery, but the supporting cast had to show up, and they haven't had a whole lot of points to show for it. And this one rims out.
Oh, offensive rebound, a rare one, and a basket and a foul.
And
Emery.
I just called her, and she got and one. Let's see what happens.
Slipped out, and Emery was able to grab it and go right up.
Well, 6 feet tall with those long arms.
That was their best play of the night.
Put in the playbook. And we've seen her before. She's a good shooter.
And the traditional three-point play makes it a 38-16 game.
And that's her 12th of the night, just 2 points below her average for the season. Oh, that's good play by Emery right there. I'll tell you what I noticed, Tom. When she's in single digits, Emery, they're 0-4. When she's in double digits, they're batting almost 1,000, but not going to happen tonight. And Emery's got the ball right now, bringing up the wing. Good recognition. Swings it over to Ingram.
She was open. Yeah, this is what I do if I'm Portsmouth.
That's smart by Marino.
I try to get the ball inside. Marino just kept her hands up, didn't do anything, didn't leap, didn't hit with the body.
Exactly.
Knocks the ball out.
Exactly what Coach Orlando.
It'll still be Clippers ball, but it's disrupted. 1:06 left to play in the half, as you see on the screen, bottom of your screen.
There she goes. That was a good push off. Couldn't get the drop for Emery.
Well, Bishop Guertin not having quite the same third quarter as they did in the second. As Portsmouth is starting to hit the boards a little bit. And I'll tell you what, Richmond, I'm here with a camera trying to get a good shot of an inside basket. And no one from Guertin is taking the ball to the basket. None. No layups at all in this quarter.
They don't need to.
Well, I mean, they're up 38-16, but it hasn't been the kind of play. And you see, there's
that's
another
a great rebound.
Almost a carbon copy of what we saw before.
I think if it's a possession arrow call, then it's going to go to Portsmouth.
Foul is called.
Good hard play there.
I think a foul is called. He had his arm in the air.
It looks like it's calling it on Drapo.
It is.
Yep. But that's really, really aggressive, hard work right there by Bridget Emery.
Guertin's fourth with 55.8 left in the period.
Emery's a senior. She doesn't want this game to end, this season to end, but it's going to be a long, long row to hoe right now. And Cardinals still with that good pressure defense. They don't give them any cushion. Stepping on the line. Yep. Addie Lane.
Yep.
But that's good defense. Lateral pursuit by the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. 41 seconds left on the clock in the third period. 38-16, 22-point spread for the hometown Cards. Wow, what a long run there by Reagan just to get a breath of air. She dishes it across the top. They swing it and bringing it back top side. Right there is Ryu. Reagan back with the ball, skip pass over. And a good dish out by Gallagher, looking to create. Can't get it down right there. It was long.
Rebound,
but coming out.
Reagan, who else, right?
She is owning this game tonight, Tom. Good take, and she's going to travel. That's good defense right there by Addie Lane. 8.5 on the clock. chance to quickly pass and run the floor and maybe get a look at a deep ball. They got it. I don't think they recognize it. It's only 8.
They do. Emory does. She's going right away.
And she puts it up, misses everything. That takes us out of the third, Tom King, and it's 38-6 Cards. What do you make of that?
38-16 in favor of Guertin here after 3. It was 14-4 after 1. So, but not the best of quarters for Guertin if you kind of go by how they played in the first 2 quarters.
Without
they
a
just
doubt.
kind of stale offensively. They tried to take a lot of time off the clock and run a weave and get open shots.
Well, I'll tell you, go ahead.
I'd rather see them move the ball in the air. Move it in the air. Pass and pass and pass.
Well, we got an update from the 10-7 game. It's Salem doing what it came to do. They're up 32-15 on Alver.
32-15 on Alver, and now we need North Wyndham. Pete Johnson
we need a
will get
carrier
that for
pigeon.
us. Yeah, we got Pete Johnson. He's got all the toys.
And South is down 26-19. But it's a good way to go in the third, so not out of reach. I mean, South, that would be quite an upset, eh?
That would be the upset of
the year for girls basketball.
For the year for anything.
Yeah.
Really, because of how well Londonderry has played, not because of South. Londonderry's just played lights out. They lost to Bedford by only 6, and they've beaten everybody else by a lot.
All right, fourth quarter starts out. Give it to your star player in Emory. She gets a nice drive down the left side of the key and can't close that out with a bucket. Back to the Cards we go. 22-point lead for the Cardinals. Drain, nope. Dufo from the outside. She had 6 in the first. She has 3 to get going in the fourth quarter. At the end of 3, it's Wyndham 38-30 over North now.
Tight game.
Nashua, North and South, playing hard on the road in the first round. It is 41-16 here inside our fourth quarter, 7:22 and counting on the clock. Again, Rich McDonough here with Tom King for Nashua ETV. Oh, that's a good pass out to the wing. Dufo can't get this one to drop. That won't affect her game plan though. She'll put it up all the time. This one back rims, 3-point ball, no good for Emory, and back down come the Cards. There's Dufo. She draws a lot of contact from Ella Fletcher.
She does.
Boy, she is a good athlete as Dufo. Again, both her father and brother played for Riv. Is that correct? Soccer players, and
Aaron played basketball for Riv. I know that.
And a kid I coached.
And he was a soccer player too, but I don't know if he played soccer at Riv. He might have just played one sport.
I coached her cousin Ben in lacrosse for many years. He's now a D1 midfielder for Bryant.
Yep, Ben Dufo.
And he was an All-American.
He's the best Hollis Brookline player for the last couple of years.
Yep, point barrage from Ben.
Now at Bryant.
This one misses everything. And 0 for 2 at the line on that trip.
No, she got 1.
Up. They didn't put it up on the board.
Thought she got 1.
6:53 on the clock, notwithstanding, and Clippers have the ball, and it's looking pretty grim for them. I'd say the glow plugs on the bus are probably warmed up already.
Well, the second quarter did it to them, right?
Yeah. They started showing some pressure. Remember that lull that BG had?
Yeah.
But you can't keep up that kind of pressure when you're 10 players deep.
No.
Nice behind the back dribble there by Ryu. Boy, she's talented with the ball. Here comes Defoe looking to create, kicks out herself, going into the lane, and down is Gallagher. She gets harassed. Good job by the Portsmouth Clippers to keep her off and out of the lane. Rosario with a great take, either drew it from Emory or Robichaud, can't tell yet.
Still surprising to me that
they gave it to Lane. That's her third.
Still surprising to me that no one's trying to drive the lane for Guertin.
Well, we saw Rosario do it right there. Instant foul.
She stopped short. She didn't take it all the way in.
And the smooth shooter drains her first. That gives her 5 for the game. Her average is 5.8, and she's about to get there with a drop right here. Can't do it. I jinxed her. Coach Mack. Oh boy, you try to save it, you do the right thing, and it finds Gallagher. And that's just the way, that's the microcosm of tonight's game for Portsmouth.
It is for Portsmouth, right? 45-16 the score.
All 5s on the clock, 5:55 remaining, 45-16 for the Cardinals, who will likely have a date at Concord Christian, assuming there's no crazy upset there.
Oh, and a steal and a hope. Rosario was there for the rebound and was taken away. 45-18.
There's Rosario with that left, can't get it. Good hustle by Gallagher, finds its way back all the way to Drapo, and she fights for the ball versus Emery. Emery gets the better of that battle, and the 6-foot senior takes a trip down the floor. Is such a good player, it's hard to think that this could be the end of the high school career for her.
It really is. Look at this defense.
Well, there's no quitting Ryu. It doesn't matter what the score is, and here comes Rosario, and they force her over the line.
Yeah, no,
they got her to carry it.
They got her on a carry. It could have been the other way too, but it would have been forced. But
let the officials make the call. Rich McDonough, come on. I coached for too long to do. All right, and having a seat is Addie Lane coming back in.
You can tell by just the tenacious defense on that play that they were not going to let her set up offensively.
Rio kicks it out, now it goes back wing, finds Gallagher out there. She sets up. Rio goes back up. Here's that little mini weave. They do that weave at every position on the court, and all 3 levels do the Cardinals. Very confident ball handlers. That's a good stutter step, jab step by Pataki. Dish out, can't get that one. We're down to the 4:30 and counting mark. That's a good look by Rosario. Can't get the drop with Gallagher. That's too bad.
They've had trouble finishing those tonight. That's just one thing they haven't done well.
Good basketball, good recognition. Launching it up, missing most everything except for the back of the room was Fletcher. Senior guard averaging 3.6, only has none tonight. So your cast of characters who I thought had to score 4 or 5 points each for the Clippers. Pretty much done a shutout by the Cardinals, working their game plan defensively, certainly to perfection.
Well, they've taken a lot of time off the clock with their offensive possessions. But
yeah.
They were up 32-8 at halftime and only have 13 points in the second half.
That's a good take by Ingram. She gets her 4th of the game. 3:28, it's 45-20. Gallagher handling, takes a look inside, nothing doing. Good hands right there by the Clips. And that's pretty physical defense right there.
No call. It's a good defensive job.
And getting all the way down, can't get the drop, but then Emery, following the play, gets the rebound, and she's none too pleased about that hard foul right there. But she's a tough physical player herself, so are the Cardinals.
So Reagan is in the game, which tells me that she will get a curtain call. She will come out to a huge ovation as the lone senior on this Cardinal team when that happens.
And that's good coaching too, Tom King.
Oh yeah, no, very
really
aware of it.
I love it. I coached for 30 years. Great job right there by Coach Olivia Orlando, recognizing what's going on here. Boy, Rosario missed everything. That's good hustle right there, but getting her foot on the line, just on the line, was long, and it goes back to the Clips.
For Guertin to be able to beat the elite teams, Rosario and some of the other Cardinals have got to make those shots. They cannot live by the 3 and the pressure alone.
Rosario with 5 tonight. Ooh, hard pick out there top. Just running a settled weave offense right now, but it chews a lot of clock. Good find inside, but too hard, too strong off the glass by Emery. And I tell you, as time winds down, I hope Coach Hopley gives her a curtain call too. And it looks like the foot is off the gas pedal right now, Tom.
Yep, it is.
No need for it. Rest them up. You don't want to turn an ankle, but you don't want to get yourself out of rhythm, but you did everything you're supposed to do. Took care of business here tonight. We are under 2 minutes here at the Dome at Bishop Guertin, and they will be moving on to round 2 against the winner of Concord Christian Keene. We've heard nothing from the road out there. Oh, and hurting herself and going to the deck right there was Pettis, and she's limping, and she's, poor thing, she's bummed out. That's tough. Pettis is a senior, excellent shooter. She's gotten her average about tonight, but she's hurting right now, but gonna gut it out. And inbound play starts out with Long. She dishes it out. They go top, driving down the far side. Reagan still in the game here with a $1:25 on the clock. Misses everything. I wonder if Coach Orlando will do it now. Nope, Reagan stays out there.
Probably do it with about 30 seconds left, I would think.
Assuming the clock stops.
Inside of a minute. Inside of, yeah, assuming the clock stops. She might call timeout to do it.
I would do that.
Yeah.
We got a foul right here.
Almost a steal and a breakaway layup was in the making, but no.
That was Long, second PF. 1:16 on the clock, all over but the counting and the crying. 45-20.
No crying in basketball.
Well, I said the Clippers don't want to get in a track meet. On the scoreboard, it doesn't show a track meet, you know, as far as Bishop Guertin having 45, but having only 20 is very difficult. Nice pick off there by Ingram. And finding nobody home but Gallagher, who's waiting all alone in the key. And a good rundown right there. Back rims and out. And we're at 41-40.
Well, they may leave Reagan out for the rest of the game.
Yep, missing everything this time was Pataki.
No one's going to take a timeout now, I don't think.
Oh, no way.
They're just going to slow it down.
Well, at least give your senior the ball on her last trip to the home deck. I can tell she's just locked in. She doesn't care.
Nope, doesn't care at all.
Well, she's got the ball now. You know what, though? They're running their offense, Tom, and I like it. I am a fan. 7-6-5. It'll be a 25-point win for the host Bishop Guertin Cardinals. There was a double dribble by Gallagher, but they didn't call that. The refs got food on the table and on the dinner. And just a quick update from the road. South was down 9-zip, excuse me, early. All right, but here it is a 45-20 blowout in favor of the host Cardinals. They'll be moving on, going north to face, maybe to face the winner of Concord Christian at Concord Christian versus Keene. They'll go west. They'd be able to host if Keene pulls an upset. Not many people have that one written down, but that's why we play, folks. As I said, to get us out of the gate, we play teams and people and not paper. But I got to tell you, this is Rich McDonough for Tom King, for everybody here at Nashua TV, ETV. We got Dylan Smith over doing the 50-yard line. My buddy Pete Johnston, executive producer to my right. And Dan Young, excuse me, I had a Tom King moment right there. My apologies, my friend. Anyway, this has been a great evening. We'll be back here Wednesday night, 6:30 tip-off for the Cardinals hosting their first round basketball game. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on Nashua ETV, and we will see you down the road.
Titans point.
No. Hey, what a great crossing pattern. I tell you, finding himself all alone up the seam was Ryan Conley.
Shot and a goal. And the Titans are on the board.
Leckler. Oh, I'll tell you, she's a beast.
Up and running, and look at that.
Bang.
He's in there.
Shot, score! You can see it all setting up.
You sure could.
North sets it up, and a killer winner.
And here comes the Donna, all lined up. It's nothing but goal there, right there.
Oh my goodness.
You'll watch it back on Nashua ETV.